Did you know there are 5 isometric holds that can fix almost all of your physical problems? Starting with the forehead press. Your head sits forward of your shoulders for roughly 10 hours a day. Phone, laptop, dashboard, dinner plate. The deep cervical flexors, the 2 slender muscles tucked behind your throat that hold your skull stacked over your spine, slowly stop firing because they never get asked. The bigger surface muscles in the back of your neck take over the job and grind themselves raw. That tension headache by 3 p.m. lives there. Here's how you set it up. Lie flat on your back on the floor or a firm mat, knees bent, feet planted. Place one open palm or a soft fist against your forehead. Now press your head straight up into your hand with steady, moderate pressure. Your chin tucks gently as you press, like you are nodding yes by a 1/4 inch. Try to imagine your skull as a single smooth pearl resting in a velvet-lined cup, and your job is to keep the pearl pressed gently into the cup with your hand. The cup does not move. The pearl does not move. The pressure stays even on every side. Breathe through your nose the whole time and keep your jaw loose. If pressing flat on your back feels too aggressive, prop your head on a small pillow and reduce the force to about half. That is your starting line. If your hand cramps holding the position, use a folded towel, press between your forehead and the wall instead. That still works. Once you can hold a clean 10-second press without your jaw tensing, try the same press in a seated position with your back tall. The seated version brings gravity into the work, and the small muscles behind your throat have to fight harder to keep your skull stacked. What you are training here is the deep cervical flexors, the longus colli and longus capitis, the tiny anchors that hold your head over your spine. When these fail, your upper traps and suboccipital muscles double their workload. That doubled workload is the headache and the locked feeling at the base of your skull. Researchers at the American Physical Therapy Association rank deep cervical flexor weakness among the top 3 contributors to chronic neck pain in office workers. Hold for 10 seconds at moderate pressure, rest for 15, repeat for 3 rounds. Exercise 2 is the Pallof press hold, and it targets the area of your body that betrays you in the most ordinary moments. The Pallof press hold rebuilds the anti-rotation system that protects your lower back when life pulls you sideways. One bend at the wrong angle to grab a bag from the back seat. One quick twist to catch a glass before it falls. That is all it takes for a lower back to seize up for a week. The cause is almost never the lift itself. The cause is the deep oblique system, the quadratus lumborum and the internal obliques. The muscles that should brace your trunk against rotation but have gone silent from years of straight ahead movement. Your spine ends up doing the bracing job itself. Here is the setup. Anchor a resistance band or a folded bath towel at chest height to a sturdy door frame, a heavy chair leg, or a railing. Stand sideways to the anchor and step out until the band pulls tight. Bring both hands together against your sternum, fingers laced. Now press your hands straight out in front of your chest until your arms are nearly locked. Hold them there. The band tries to pull your hands sideways toward the anchor. Your job is to refuse. Try to imagine you are holding a stack of 3 smooth dinner plates flat between your palms. If your torso rotates even a 1/4 inch, the plates slide off the top. Allow your ribcage to stay perfectly square to the wall in front of you. Press your feet into the floor and keep your hips locked. If the band is too strong, take a small step back toward the anchor to reduce the tension. You are still getting the benefits. If you have no band at all, use a folded towel held under one foot, while you press your hands against an invisible wall and just create the tension yourself. All of that counts. Once you can hold 30 seconds per side with 0 rotation in your trunk, try the half-kneeling version with your inside knee down. The kneeling version removes your leg drive and forces the deep obliques to do the entire job alone. What this trains is anti-rotation strength, the most underdeveloped function of the modern adult core. Your quadratus lumborum, the deep muscle that runs from your last rib down to the top of your pelvis, finally gets a reason to wake up. Hold for 20 seconds per side. Rest for 30. Build to 3 rounds. Stay with me through the next 3. Holds, because exercise 5 is the one that pulls every silent stabilizer in your upper body online at the same time. Physical therapists rank it as the single highest return position for postural integrity after 35. Exercise 3 is the static lateral raise hold. The shoulder is the joint that ages first in most adults, and the first muscle to fail in the shoulder is not the deltoid you can see. It is the supraspinatus, the small rotator cuff stabilizer that sits across the top of your shoulder blade like a little awning over the joint. When the supraspinatus weakens, your arm loses the ability to lift sideways without your upper trap hiking up to compensate. That hiked up shoulder is the same one that aches every time you reach into the cupboard. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Lift both arms straight out to your sides until your hands are level with your shoulders, palms facing down. Hold them there. That is the entire move. You can start with empty hands, then progress to 2 filled water bottles, then to small dumbbells once the empty hold becomes comfortable. Try to imagine you are balancing 2 open books flat on the backs of your hands, pages facing the floor. If your hands sag, the books slide off. If your hands rise, the books tip backward. Keep both books perfectly level, and the pages stay open the entire time. Pull your shoulder blades gently down and away from your ears. Here is the science. The supraspinatus only activates in the first 30 degrees of arm lift, which means a sideways hold at shoulder height is one of the few positions that loads it fully. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons points to supraspinatus deconditioning as the leading mechanical cause of shoulder impingement in adults past 40. Strengthen this one muscle through a sustained hold, and the shoulder pain that shows up when you reach forward starts fading inside 2 weeks. If holding both arms out feels too brutal on day 1, drop your elbows to a slight bend and shorten the lever. That is your starting line. If even that is too much, hold one arm at a time and let the other rest at your side. That still works. Once you can hold a clean 30 seconds with empty hands and 0 shrug in your traps, try the hold with light weight and slowly lift the arms an extra inch every 10 seconds. That micro-rising hold loads the supraspinatus through its strongest range, and the gain in shoulder stability is immediate. Hold the position for 20 seconds, rest for 30, build to 3 rounds. If you want more routines like this one, subscribing is the easiest way to tell me. Now to exercise 4, try this with me right now before I explain anything. Walk to the nearest sturdy table or kitchen counter. Place both palms flat on the edge, fingers wrapped around the lip. Now press straight down through your palms with as much force as you can, like you are trying to drive the table through the floor. Time how long you can hold maximum effort before your arms shake. Most adults clock between 12 and 18 seconds on the first try. Write down your number. That is the triceps table push, and it exposes the pressing weakness that quietly destroys overhead reach. Reaching for a high shelf becomes a small negotiation with your shoulder. Holding a hairdryer at head height starts to burn the back of your arm. The triceps, the long muscle running down the back of your upper arm, has been losing strength because nothing in modern life loads it under sustained tension. The lats, the broad muscles wrapping the sides of your back, have been losing their connection to the arm because nothing in modern life asks them to drive a downward press. Now do it again with intent. Stand close enough to the table that your elbows can bend slightly without your shoulders riding up. Lock your shoulder blades down toward your back pockets. Drive your palms into the table edge with full force. Imagine you are pressing 2 heavy hardcover books flat onto a shelf, and the shelf will only stay put if you push hard enough to wedge them in. The books do not move, the shelf does not move. The force pours straight down through your arms into the floor. If pressing on a hard edge hurts your wrists, place a folded towel under your palms. That still works. If you cannot generate full force without your lower back arching, widen your stance and tuck your tailbone slightly under. All of that counts. Once you can hold full force for 20 seconds with 0 shoulder hike, try the one-arm version with the other hand resting on your hip. The single arm press exposes the weaker side instantly, and that side is exactly where the pressing strength has been quietly leaking out. What you are training is the triceps-lat connection, the long, muscular line that runs from the back of your arm down across your ribcage to your hip. That line stabilizes every overhead reach you have ever made. Hold for 15 seconds at maximum effort, rest for 30, build to 3 rounds. The 5th and final hold is the static dip. Most adults have spent the last decade in a posture of soft load. Soft chairs, soft mattresses, soft handshakes. The upper body forgets how to support its own weight in a lengthened position. The chest fascia tightens. The triceps lose their endgame. The serratus anterior, the fan-shaped muscle that wraps your ribs and holds your shoulder blade flush to your back, goes completely silent. That silent serratus is why most adults round forward when they are tired. Set up 2 sturdy chairs of equal height facing each other, about shoulder width apart. If you have parallel bars or dip bars at a park, even better. Place one palm on each chair seat, fingers gripping the edge. Press your arms straight and lift your body up so your hips hang freely between the chairs. Your elbows lock at the top, your shoulder blades pull down. Hold the top position. Try to imagine a tall champagne flute balanced on the crown of your head. If you shrug, the flute tips. If you slump, the flute slides off the front. Your job is to keep the flute perfectly upright by keeping your whole torso suspended from your locked arms like a single tall stem. Pull the bottom tips of your shoulder blades down toward your back pockets and let the serratus muscles wrap your ribcage tight. If a full straight arm hold is too much on day one, bend your elbows to a quarter and let your feet rest on the floor for support. That is your starting line. If your shoulders shake or your wrists ache, place folded towels under your palms and shorten the hold to 5 seconds at a time. All of that counts. Once you can hold a clean 15 seconds with locked arms and zero shrug, try lifting your knees to your chest at the top of the hold. That tuck loads your serratus, your deep abdominals, and your shoulder stabilizers all at once, and the postural shift that follows changes how you carry yourself the rest of the day. What this final hold does is unlock the entire stabilizer chain in your upper body at the same moment. Your chest opens under load. Your triceps lock the joint. Your serratus pins your shoulder blades flush. Your deep core fires to keep your hips from swinging. The American Council on Exercise has flagged serratus anterior weakness as one of the most overlooked drivers of upper back pain in desk-bound adults. One sustained dip hold per day works it harder than 1,000 crunches. Hold for 15 seconds. Rest for 45. Build to 3 rounds. Here is the full sequence, the silent 5. The forehead press for 10 seconds. 3 rounds. To wake the deep neck stabilizers. The Pallof press, hold for 20 seconds per side, 3 rounds, to fire the anti-rotation system around your spine. The static lateral raise hold for 20 seconds, 3 rounds, to rebuild the small stabilizer at the top of your shoulder. The triceps table, push for 15 seconds at maximum effort, 3 rounds, to reconnect the long line down the back of your arm. The static dip hold for 15 seconds, 3 rounds, to pull every silent stabilizer in your upper body back online. Total time runs under 7 minutes once you flow between holds without dragging. Practice it daily if you can, or 5 times a week minimum. This works best when you treat it as a daily ritual. The first few sessions will feel small and strange. The forehead press will feel like almost nothing is happening. The Pallof hold will shake on the weaker side. The lateral raise will burn faster than you expect. Even experienced practitioners spent weeks learning to feel these deep muscles fire cleanly. That subtle quality is the whole point. Within a week, the small things start to shift. The dull ache at the base of your skull at the end of the workday quiets down. Your shoulders settle a half-inch lower without you thinking about it. By the second week, your head begins drifting back over your shoulders on its own when you stand at the sink or wait in line. You stop bracing both hands on the chair arms to stand up. By a month in, the small bracing patterns you never noticed start disappearing. You reach for a high cupboard with your arm instead of hiking your whole shoulder. You turn quickly to back up the car without that flicker of caution in your lower back. By 3 months in, friends will ask if you have lost weight, because your posture has reorganized so completely that your whole frame reads differently. The change is quiet, deep, and structural. If someone you know winces every time they turn to look behind them. When? Backing up the car, send them this video. It might be the thing that finally puts the steadiness back in their spine.